there's seats available for the people, or the smaller, younger people.
Tish, have a seat up front. Yes, front seat.
We're coming here today to celebrate Tish. Can you make sure that's running? Okay. And we're all gathered here today to celebrate you and your efforts to make this amazing dream kind of come true, right? Right now, I'm going to introduce Joe Romero. He's the president of the board, and just a super guy, does a ton of things, and somehow manages it to make it look super easy. So, Joe.
Thank you for the exaggeration. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations. It is such a privilege for me to have the opportunity to be part of this experience, welcoming you to your new home. I'm Joe Romero, and I teach at a college in town, and of all things, I teach classical literature. I teach ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and for some reason in my head is the hero of an epic poem called the Odyssey, Odysseus, who the whole point of which is he spends 24 books trying to find his way back to his home and recover his family and his property and his identity, and it's, you know, for me, that is just a little piece of the way I think about home. I myself am in a kind of an odd commuting marriage where I drive up and down 95 a lot, but I live in Virginia. And when I looked at your house from the street today, and I just saw how beautiful it is and how loved it looks and the community that you get to be a part of, I was so envious. So I'm grateful that I get to represent an institution like Habitat. We are, first and foremost, we're a community partnership, and we rely on good people and state and government agencies, and the city of Fredericksburg and Stafford County. We rely on people of goodwill working really hard for each other to create opportunities. And I'm so happy for you, and I will not take up any more of your time other than to say, welcome home.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm part of it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so next we have Jim Shetmose, who is the community outreach coordinator. You know, he's also the party animal of the group. So, I know he's quiet, but that's only pretend. So, Jim is going to do our responsive reading. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You want to come over here?
In your program, you have the readings. So, the Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Let us pray. Almighty and everlasting God, be known as the true builder of this home, and grant your grace and protection to those who serve you during construction. Defend and dwell with those who live here through Jesus Christ our Lord, who with you and the Holy Spirit lives and reigns, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Okay, so the privilege of introducing the homeowner goes to Emily, as her team does some of the hardest work here in order to produce the dream, right? All right, so Emily Berg is our construction program manager. Yep, you can grab it now.
Yay, Emily!
Usually I at least spend a little time thinking about what I want to say. I literally don't even know what day it is right now, so I have not planned anything in my head, so I'm just kind of winging it. Tish, the lovely Tish, is the home buyer who now owns the home. Congratulations. It was, you know, it didn't start out supposed to be this long of a remodel. You know, this is how rehabs go. It was supposed to be just a quick basement remodel, like 2 months tops. And then, you know, 6 months later, here we are. So it's one of those things where you just can't plan for it. You just roll with the punches, and Tish rolled with those punches. I remember working with her. She did most of her volunteer hours on Plantation Forest, the home that sold before this one, I think. I can't remember what day it is. I think it sold before this one. Anyways, and you know, she was so anxious about finishing that job and coming over to this house. Like, when are we going to start? When are we going to start? And she had the privilege of knowing firsthand what it is like the week or two before closing, which means John and I, my site supervisor, John, we don't sleep for like 2 solid weeks. So she got to see firsthand what really goes into it, and I said, this is what it takes to really finish a house. And I know you really want to get started on yours, but if you want me to put in the same amount of time and energy into this house and give it all the fine details like this, you know, you want me to spend the time there because you know I'll spend the time here. So it was a long time coming to this day. You were super patient. You were awesome. She's just hands down the best. She's so funny. Not many volunteers, home buyers, you know, they really want to learn how to do something. I mean, people love volunteering, don't get me wrong, but this lady right here, she wanted to learn how to do everything, which is great because I'm all about it. And she could not wait to install a toilet. And I know, I'm like a big family. Once you know how to install a toilet, I mean, it takes 5 minutes and you save hundreds of dollars from hiring a plumber. But she was just, that was the highlight of her whole experience, was learning how to install a toilet. She'd ask me every day, when are we going to install a toilet? And I think one of the best pictures I have, hands down, I remember teaming it to Patty and the rest of the managers. I was like, this is why I do what I do. The look on your face, just pure happiness, standing next to a toilet just because you just did it yourself. And that is what's so great about Habitat, is that you learn. You know, Patty teaches you about finance classes and that stuff. We try to impart upon you skills that you can take forward to the future. And my side is, you know, I think it's, you know, fun until now. I don't think it's so fun, but like installing toilets, and now, you know, it's a skill that you just will always have. And it was just such an honor to be a part of that weird journey of yours in construction. It's definitely not what HGTV makes it seem like. None of this would have been possible. Just want to give a shout out to John. He has worked tirelessly. We just personally had a personal mission to get you into this home. So we worked very hard and put a lot of time into it. And you're just awesome. I'm so glad your kids will have a nice place to stay and live and grow up. And I can't wait for you to see it because in 2 days everything changed. So you haven't actually seen it 2 days later.
Nope.
So I'm looking forward to you seeing it, and I can't wait to see, you know, what the next 5 years of your life brings. And Patty makes these, personally draws the houses, watercolor, acrylic. I don't know what method you used for this one. It looks like a little bit of watercolor. Ooh, I don't know what that means, but it sounds fancy. And the office staff signed the mat. And so this is your house, and yay, you made the door blue. Of your house. So you'll always remember us. And every time you take a shower, you'll remember me. You're like, that's some good tile work there. She knocked that out in 24 hours. Yeah.
And I know that literally your blood, sweat, and tears is
Oh yeah, my
behind
blood's
the
on the framing
drywall.
of that house for sure. If anyone takes down the drywall ever in the future, oh, I should have left a message. Like, no one died here, don't worry. Anyways, Tish, I'm very happy for you. Yay!
Thank you so much for
Oh,
everything.
you're welcome.
Pretty picture.
So actually, before you come up, I just wanted to say a few things about the home buyers program that people don't really kind of understand. So it's 300 hours for a single person, and only 100 can be donated by family or friends. That means 200 hours throughout any given period of time of say 4 to 6 months that people are going through this. They have to figure it out around childcare and around caregiving and around work and sometimes a second job. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It is amazing that I have a stat or two for you. You actually did it in 4 months, completing that program. So that's 300 hours in 4 months. By far, I think that you beat the last one, which was 4.5 months. You surpassed phase 1, which is all the financial literacy, the restore volunteering, and things like that. You did that in 1.5 months, which nobody by far did that. And then you took the rest of the time to do the construction side, and that was basically because they were in between 2 different ones. You had a bit of a lag time. Otherwise, it would have been an extraordinary amount of time, but it still is, really. You've been a joy and a blessing, and I've learned so much from you, and I can't tell you how amazing it's been to watch you throughout this period. I get the luxury and the privilege to see them from selection all the way through to dedication, and you didn't disappoint. You were certainly amazing. So I'm going to stop gabbing, and you can come up and speak to your entourage, your supporters, and fans.
I appreciate you. I wasn't prepared to speak. I know that so much goes into the building of the homes, to the rehabbing of the homes. I've seen it. I know. I've been there. I know. And words will never describe how I feel for what everybody has done, helping me through the process, from the financial side and taking all those courses and not understanding what exactly I need to do and how to do it to get there. My family support, helping me with my kids so that I can go ahead and meet the requirements. And I know a lot goes into it, from the person who selected the house to the person that rehabbed the house to laying the pavement, all of it. It's a lot of work, and all the volunteer help and everything else, and I'm grateful for this moment, since I've wanted a house for as long as I can remember, and here it is. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So as I was gabbing, I forgot this. So you're not officially completed from the program until you receive the certificate. Whoops. So now I get the privilege of doing the dedication with you. If you turn to the middle portion of the pamphlet, under dedication, all right, if you're ready, this house may serve as a place for rest, shelter, and laughter. We dedicate this house. And thanks to you, Lord, for guidance and wisdom in this project and in our lives. We dedicate this house. As a symbol of cooperative goodwill, work, and sharing. For family living, a place of love and respect between all members of this family. As a place where this family may grow, play, and learn. We dedicate this house. Okay, so the one that pretty much sums up, or does the closing remarks for us, is our captain of the ship, Cassie Kimberlin. She's our executive director, and pretty much when all of us are running in circles, she's the one that comes by and calms us down and says, it'll be fine. If there's a mountain of paperwork, she comes by and says, it doesn't exist, it's fine, totally fine. She will get us through a lot of ups and downs and provide us the courage and determination to continue on doing this. So, Miss Cassie, if you will. Alright, Patty just narrated a documentary of my life. Yeah. So hi everyone, I'm Patty Kimberlin. I'm lucky enough to be the executive director at Greater Fredericksburg Habitat for Humanity. This is always the best day of the year, whenever it happens. Even if it happens every day, it's the best day of the year. And we are trying to build towards where we can sell a house to an incredible home buyer every single day, because the need is certainly there. Emily used the word privilege, and Patty used the word blessing. And I really noticed that because that's exactly what I thought about working with Tish. You are a blessing to this community and the work that you do and the people that you help. And you've really been a phenomenal partner along the way. It's an honor to work with all of our home buyers. It's an especial privilege to be able to work alongside you. We have the world's best volunteers, an amazing board of directors, incredible staff, but nothing that we can do is possible without our home buyers willing to step up, willing to do the work, and frankly, willing to extend the trust that their community will help them when they need a hand. They just need an opportunity. So we thank you so much for being willing to trust all of this, and we are really grateful to live in a community where people come together to help their neighbors out just a little bit, because the neighbors that we help are helping us right back when we need it. We really appreciate everybody coming out today. Habitat exists to build strength, stability, and self-reliance for our entire community. The needs getting more and more critical every day. I think we're all seeing that in our own families and our own lives. And we are the people who are here stepping up to do something about it. And our hope is that we will have more and more people, and we rely on all of you to make that happen. Tell people that this is not a crisis without a solution. There is a solution. Everybody just needs to be willing to shoulder a little bit of the load. And if our home buyers can do it, we can definitely do it. So we do have a little housewarming gift for you. You know way more about gardening and plants than I ever will, but I have complete faith that this will have a good home with you, even if I did a bad job.
Thank you.
I did want to do a couple of shout outs. Our staff and our board, they're always amazing, but with every house we see different people come out and really put a focus on a house. They bond with the home buyer, they bond with the property, whatever it is. We were lucky to have a lot of great community groups come through. We were also very lucky to receive significant support from Habitat Virginia and from Wells Fargo, who gave a number of corporate grants to help us with this property. And especially I want to take a moment to thank Women Build. Women Build was founded in 2013, and does that sound right? Sure. Sounds right. And we have been really lucky to see the women of our community come together. A lot of people don't realize that women are more likely to be volunteers, they're more likely to be donors, but they're less likely to step up and maybe take a leadership position, especially in a nonprofit that relates to construction, because women don't typically feel welcome in that environment without an invitation. So Women Build decided we're going to get together, we're going to open that door, we might kick down that door if we need to, and make sure that women know that Habitat is an area where they can be welcomed, they can be empowered, and we can celebrate the impact that women have on this community, including our amazing female home buyers. So with that, I would like to hand it over to Sherry Shaw, the current chair of the Women Build Committee.
Almost home. All right, guys. Yeah, maybe I should stand all the way up. Oh, y'all can see me? Okay. So, again, we don't know really. I think it's been about 9 years that we've been involved with doing this. And being able, what I've always said is we accept all the women and only the good-looking men. So just in case anybody is looking to get involved with Women Build, yes, you can be part of our committee. But we have just had such an amazing time being able to come in this house. First of all, just where it started from, finding the home for you. Jennifer being so generous in choosing you. You chose this house. And us being able to work together to make sure that it is a home for you and your children. There have been a lot of ups and downs, ins and outs, of course we know that Jennifer could not be here, but you know the only reason why Dennis is not here today is because he promised Jennifer that he would finish his master's. So that's what he's doing. Today is the last day of his master's class. So that's why he's not here, but he wanted to make sure that we had something to give to you. And so this is something that actually Jennifer made with her own hands. And this is driftwood from Maine. And so Dennis wanted you to have this to put into your house so you would always know that Jennifer and everyone else on the Women Build Committee is looking over you.
Oh my.
Can you please tell me thank you so much, please?
Yep, I will. So, all right, I'm super excited to see the house. I'm super excited for your door to get painted. Are we doing these now or waiting a second?
Yes.
I have these.
Good.
I have these. Okay, all right. So we want to make sure that you are an honorary member of the Women Build Committee from here and ever after. So come on and put on your crown, my queen. There we go.
These are truly functional. Careful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, who am I upset with?
Sherry's going to stand on one side,
Okay.
and Joe's going to stand on the other,
Okay.
and then you're going to cut away, okay?
Okay.
Hand that to you.
And-
Take a couple practice.
Yes, and as soon as you're done cutting, then I get to turn over the keys. And look, we have enough keys for you guys too. Okay, everybody gets their sweet. Yes. Okay, all right. Here, let me stand over here.
Drum roll.
All right, Tish, congratulations. Welcome to your new home.
New home. Welcome
Yay! And here are the keys to the castle.
Outstanding.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
Yay! Oh, hey, it's homeowner, not home buyer.
There you are.
Yay!
Yeah, I picked up on that. Yay! So shall we go in?
It's up to you.
It's your house. What do you
Your
want us to do?
Let's go in.
Yes, let's go in.
If you've seen the last of me, you haven't. I'll be back tomorrow. I just live here.
You better be.
I'm just moving into one of your
Don't
bedrooms.
you still have
downstairs.
stuff to do? Katie and Hillary coming with me?
Oh yeah, make sure the kid. Yay!
Gentle with that, Kate.
Kids first.